So someone asked me if I had some videos of making stuff from scratch, and actually I do. They are super boring and they take forever. Here is one where I am doing a face or a head on one of the models. I forget which model this is. Actually, I use this template that I made for multiple models. So this pose is kind of common in some of my models. Um, Let me see. Show you what I mean. Um, I love that I start off with the boobies on that one. It's great. Here I'm just talking mad shit about how easy it is for me. I did not have my mic connected when I started doing this one, so um, trying to find. I guess it would be all done. Which models I have that I use this one on, and that would be. Now I am self-taught, so when people see this, they're probably gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Man, I literally was me and GPT chat trying to figure out a lot of these programs. Um, no, 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 not Twin Blade, not that one. Night Cleaver. Let's see. But they are really funny. If anything, I should. There's one with this model that I did. Um, let's see. Do I have any other one? I know I have a few more. I have a bunch actually. When am I talking a few more? For a quick fight. Um, Actually, this is the one this is made for right here. That model. Um, there she was when she was done. I actually made this for that model. And since then, I've used it on quite a few of my models. I even think I did it for my bards. I made two bards that were kind of similar, but that's why. So here, this is like hilarious because this is like how I kind of get my bearings on models. And that's usually what I come up with like right at the get-go. I swear it gets better. Like, ah, oh Jesus Christ. That is fucking funny. But as you can see, I go down. Um, yeah, just adding more clay, smoothing it out, adding more clay. I remember doing this because I wanted the forehead to come up more because the forehead was too slanted back. So I was throwing clay on that. Um, Still looking like crap. My girl asked why I do this, and that's because I use these for like where I want like kind of like a hair flow to be, so I can see and sculpt the model better. Um, Here's where I get into more of the detail in the face and making the face work. Um, Here again, I'm pulling the clay so I can get like a better view of like where I want to see like hair. Then I go back to the face. This is why I don't really show these because they're boring. They just kind of take forever. There's not really much to look at, except for like when I go back here and like that's fucking funny. Like I should submit that. Someone out there would buy that. It's like someone out there would be like, bro, I want that model. Oh god, dude, that face though. Oh, I'm fucking dying. Oh, could you imagine if I like submitted that work? Be like, oh god, maybe I should do these videos. These are great. Oh my god. All right. So as I go in, you can see the face is starting to take shape. Um, I believe that is kind of where I'm like defining the chin. Let me see. It starts coming together, yeah. I start defining the chins here. So that's kind of like how like shape a neck. Now I have probably around like 50 heads. Probably more. Probably like actually I got a lot more. What am I talking about? Probably got about 100 heads now that I've done. Some aren't finished, but they are ready for me to put up. Like the end of this one, I have this head still. If I want to put it up, um, that way it's easy for me to sculpt, change. I actually used it for a male character of mine too, because you know when it's just a shaped head, at that point you can create it to be male or female. But just getting the shape of it and uh, I can put it on top of models now and use it. I've used this one and probably on like 5 different models. But like as you can see, I'm like really struggling to sculpt this one right here. This is way early into like when I was sculpting and things took me a while to do, but you can see it starting to come together. And it's just like reshaping. There, I really dug into the chin. I like my Snorlax hoodie I got going on there. That shit's comfortable as hell in the mornings. I woke up and just started doing this one. I think when I was drinking my coffee. But as you can see, it's like now I'm really cutting into the features because I really want to get the shape to now. Like stop pussyfooting about and like I'm really hammering the contours of the face. You know, getting the chiseling done. Then if you go, here's like where I like start really molding the head, the shape of the head now. And see, since I have like where those ear placements were, it was easy for me to um, see, you know, kind of where I need to be at on this head. At that point, I'm just moving that out of the way, which I'm doing a really bad job at. Um, if I were to model the head now, I wouldn't exactly do it like this. Although I kind of use the heads I already have now. Um, Yeah, I don't really need to do this anymore. I'm past the point. I've got so many heads now that unless I'm doing something really different, like a giant or a troll, but I even have heads for those now too. But really, it was like at the beginning, it was just building up inventory. Now you can see it's starting to form there. Then I could drop clay up on top of the head from there, and then start molding that into the hair. But yeah, when I first started, this is how I made heads. And my girl just called me for breakfast. She said breakfast's done, and I cut it. I cut the video right there, but that's why I don't really make videos when it just starts because it takes forever and it's a lot of just going back and forward, adding clay, taking away clay, adding clay, taking away, add clay. That's all I do. And sometimes, some of these models can take up to uh, a week. Some of these models, when everything goes good, I get in a good roll and it's like 16 hours. But that, oh my God. I remember those days. You gotta start somewhere, man. I know that's funny, but dude, like, I'm sure there's a lot of modelers out there before your stuff looked cool. Ah, but see, I turned that into that, you know. And now with this, I have a head to work with. Now I have a bunch of them. But that's how it starts. You got to start somewhere, and that's me making something from scratch. Obviously, the model was here. Um, I made the model just simple clay cylinders, clay balls. Uh, I made the hand. I didn't make this hand yet because I didn't know how I was going to place it on the sword, which I didn't even place it on the sword because it was that one. Later on, I added a hand going over the sword. Then I made a hand kind of gripping the sword like this, but I'm dyslexic and I made it the wrong. I made it the wrong hand. I made like the left hand. No, the right hand on that hand, and it turned out really bad. But yeah, I do. I think I do have a couple more videos of making stuff, but for the most part, they're so boring. But oh my god, dude, like that's great. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna like. I'm gonna. I'm gonna figure out something with this. Actually, you know what? I don't save my files, so I won't have this anymore. How would I get that back? I can't design that again. That's too perfect. God, I wish I'd saved the file. Usually I delete my files after I make it because I don't have much room on my computer. I mean, I do have a lot of room, but with as much files, videos, STLs and whatnot, I even have an external hard drive that I transfer everything over to, but I got so much shit that it's like, but yeah, that's fucking funny. Dude, I wish I had that old model now. Like, that would be great. Anyways, uh, yeah, so I can't remember who asked me if I had models of making it from scratch. I believe it was, I don't know, it was somebody that, sorry, I don't remember. Uh, but yeah, thank you for watching. Love you guys. Have a good one.